Hi everybody and welcome to pumpkin season. Now that we're fully into fall, the weather might still be a little warm out there, but yeah, we're supposed to be enjoying fall right now. But because of that, Starbucks has their pumpkin spice latte just came out, and Pillsbury and everybody else is doing like some sort of pumpkin or pumpkin spice offering in the grocery stores right now. This is Pillsbury's limited edition pumpkin cookie dough, but it's got cream cheese chunks. All these little white little squares are cream cheese bits. And so we are going to go ahead and pop this into the oven. We're going to cook it halfway, and because then we're going to be filling them to make little pies, which I think you're going to love. So this is going to go into a 375-degree oven for about 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. Look at these little pumpkin cream cheese cookies. We're going to take a little shot glass and turn them into like little tart shells. Just a little light push. And that's one of the reasons why we also like cook them halfway. Because if you try to do this while the dough is still completely raw, it'll just stick to the bottom of your shot glass. So you might as well just cook it halfway, almost like blind baking a pie crust. And let's make some pumpkin pie filling. In a bowl, you're going to take 1 can of pumpkin puree, not the pumpkin pie filling, just the puree, no spices, no sugar. And to this, there's so many different recipes for pumpkin pie filling. So if you have one that you like, that's a family recipe, use that. We're going to be adding 1 egg, and 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk. Usually it comes in a can, but because this is a measured ingredient, I actually found these like little squeezy bags, which are kind of nice. And we're going to be adding 1/2 cup of condensed milk. Sorry, not 1 cup. And give me another squeeze. And then I can use the rest of this bag for another recipe another day. And that goes in there. Ooh. That could have been really messy. So, I'm gonna go ahead and mix all this together. And we're just gonna add a couple of spices. Like some people use like evaporated milk and sugar, but this condensed milk version is actually not bad. I'm gonna make sure that I get the rest of what was in this cup, 1/2 cup measure. And I tried this once with the condensed milk and it actually turns out really, really nice. So now that this is all mixed together, we're gonna add everybody's favorite. The name of the season is pumpkin pie spice season. So we're gonna be adding about a teaspoon. So I'm actually just gonna take this little top off. And I think pumpkin pie spice is, again, one of those things kind of like this next ingredient, vanilla, which, the recipe says 1/2 teaspoon. You're kind of like, yeah, okay, that looks kind of about right. So we're going to add some vanilla and pumpkin pie seasoning to that. Mix this all together. I don't know what your favorite spice is when it comes to pumpkin pie spice. Some people like a gingery one. Some people like more cloves. I know that it comes like pre-mixed together, but if you want to make your own, you can always add like a little bit of extra to your store-bought pumpkin pie mix. So you can add more nutmeg or you can add more ginger. So now that we have our pumpkin pie filling, we'll bring this back. Use our trusty scoop. It is watery, so just be careful. And you're just going to scoop this into each and every one. You see where I'm going with this, right? Like they're making little tiny pumpkin pies, but instead of using a crust, we're using a pumpkin cream cheese cookie dough. Talk about extra. Yeah, it's liquidy, but the little scoop is the right size for this, but you don't necessarily need to like use the handle because it'll just fall right out of the scoop. And if you have any left over, you can always just make a little mini pumpkin pie to enjoy yourself. And you can actually also like cook this without a crust. It just becomes like a mousse. So that's what I'm going to do with the rest of this. This is going to go right back into the oven, 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll decorate it and give it a taste test. Ooh, if you are anyone like me who loves their fall desserts, this is the one you're going to have to try before that cookie dough becomes not available anymore because it's limited edition. So I'm going to go ahead and move this display and turn this on its side. And then we're just going to pull these out. I find that a spoon has been very helpful. And just to remind you, this is like pumpkin pie filling from scratch inside a pumpkin cream cheese cookie dough cup, I guess is what you would call it. And yeah, look, it's completely set. I think this is good if you're trying to do like any sort of like portion control, if you're making it for yourself or for your family, but also super awesome taking it to like a party. People will be so impressed. And this last one. Okay, move that out of the way. Move this up here. I'm gonna rearrange these so they look a little prettier. Could you imagine like going to like a dinner, somebody's dinner party and seeing these out? You know, have one. I think it's very impressive. So, and they do sound hard, but that's because it's a cookie and not like a pie pastry or anything like that. I'm gonna be taking our favorite when it comes to pumpkin pie, some extra creamy Reddi-wip. You can just use regular whipped cream as well, but I'm just showing you like the super easy way. Just one squirt on top of each one. Oh, I cannot wait to taste test this. This looks so good. Just like that. And then we're going to be taking some pecan halves, because you know, pumpkin and pecans. I mean, sweet potato and pecans too, but I'll just put that right on top. I'm gonna take some out into my hand. I think it's gonna be easier to do it this way. I'm telling you, Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Gonna have to have something special scheduled, so why not it be these little pumpkin pie cookie cups. And our last little thing, a little bit of nutmeg, just for flavor. It's like my favorite fall spice. I know pumpkin pie spice is super popular, but I just like straight up nutmeg. And I'm missing one. Hold on, gotta go back and get one more in there. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay, let me pick one to do a taste test with. Oh, it's gonna be this one. But look, got the cookie. Let me take a bite. Mmm. That nutmeg on top, it smells so good. But look, pumpkin pie in a cookie. So good. It doesn't taste exactly like a pumpkin pie because the cookie's a little thicker than a regular pie crust. But, man, if I found these in a lunchbox, it would make my day. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this recipe, and I hope you really Try this at home. So good. Thanks for watching.